and welcome back to April's Cozy Corner. Grab your tea, your coffee, and your favorite blanket, and let's get cozy. Today, I want to talk about something that almost all of us experience at some point in our lives: heartbreak. Not just the ending of a relationship, not just losing someone you love, but the grief that follows, the confusion, the memories, the empty spaces they leave behind, the questions that keep us awake at night, the part of us that wonders if we'll ever feel like ourselves again. Heartbreak has a way of changing everything. A song sounds different. A familiar road feels different. Even the future can look different. And while most people talk about finding someone new, I think there is something far more important: learning how to find yourself again. Because healing after breakup isn't just about moving on from another person. It's about returning home to yourself. So tonight, let's talk about heartbreak. Let's talk about healing, and let's talk about what happens when the person you've been waiting for all along is actually you. One of the hardest parts of heartbreak is that life keeps moving while your heart feels frozen in place. The sun still rises, people still go to work, bills still have to be paid, children still need breakfast. The world continues as though nothing happened, but inside everything feels different. Heartbreak often creates a strange kind of disorientation. You wake up reaching for your phone. You think about sending a message. You remember a story you want to tell them. And then reality settles in all over again. They're not there. What makes heartbreak difficult is that we're not just grieving a person. We're grieving routines. We're grieving hope. We're grieving imagined futures. Sometimes we're grieving the version of ourselves that existed when we believed things will work out. That's why heartbreak can feel so overwhelming. You aren't losing one thing, you're losing many things at once, and that kind of loss deserves compassion. Sometimes healing begins when we stop judging ourselves for hurting. The heart isn't weak because it aches. The heart aches because it cared, and caring deeply has never been a weakness. One of the most confusing parts of heartbreak is trying to understand what exactly we miss. We tell ourselves we miss the person, and sometimes we do. But sometimes what we miss is the feeling, the comfort, the familiarity, the routine, the hope, and the possibility. We miss having someone to tell about our day. We miss hearing good morning. We miss feeling chosen. We miss having someone who seemed to understand us. And when those things disappear, loneliness often fills the space. This is why heartbreak can trick us into romanticizing relationships that weren't always healthy. The mind has a tendency to replay the beautiful moments while quietly minimizing the painful ones. We remember the laughter, we remember the connection, but we forget the nights we cried. We forget the inconsistency. We forget the disappointment. Healing often requires honesty with ourselves, not about whether we love them, but about whether the relationship truly gave us what we needed. Sometimes we miss the dream more than the reality, and recognizing that can become one of the first steps towards freedom. Not every relationship that ends was meant to last forever. Some people arrive to teach us a lesson. Some arrive to help us grow. Some arrive to show us what we deserve. And some arrive to show us what we no longer want to accept. Every painful ending can leave behind something valuable. Heartbreak creates space. At first, that space feels unbearable. The silence feels loud. The evenings feel longer. The weekends feel different. And many of us rush to fill that emptiness. We scroll. We distract ourselves. We stay busy. We look for someone new. Anything to avoid sitting with discomfort. But healing often begins when we stop running from the empty space. Because hidden inside that emptiness is an opportunity to reconnect with ourselves, to remember our hobbies, to rediscover our interests, to rebuild a life that feels meaningful even when we're alone. The truth is that many people spend years waiting for someone else to complete them, but healing teaches a different lesson. You were already whole. You were always whole. The relationship may have added joy to your life, but it was never the source of your worth. Your worth existed long before they arrived, and it will continue long after they're gone. Heartbreak has a way of turning us into detectives. We replay conversations. We analyze text messages. We revisit old memories. We search for the exact moment everything changed. And somewhere along the way, many of us begin blaming ourselves. Maybe if I had said this. Maybe if I had done that. Maybe if I had been more patient. But healing requires us to understand something important. Not every ending is the result of a failure. Sometimes two people simply cannot meet each other's needs. Sometimes timing is wrong. Sometimes emotional availability is different. Sometimes people want different things, and sometimes someone leaves despite your best efforts. The truth is that you can be a wonderful person and still experience heartbreak. You can love deeply and still be left. You can give your best and still lose the relationship. Loss does not automatically mean you were the problem. One of the greatest acts of healing is releasing responsibility for things that were never yours to carry. You do not have to spend the rest of your life proving your worth because one person could not see it. Your value was never dependent on someone else's ability to recognize it. If you're currently healing from heartbreak, I want you to remember something. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not healing incorrectly. You are simply moving through one of life's most difficult experiences. Give yourself grace. Give yourself patience. Give yourself permission to take things one day at a time. The pain you're carrying today will not feel this heavy forever. Little by little, life will begin to feel lighter, and one day you'll look back and realize that healing wasn't about getting over someone. It was about finding yourself again, and that journey is worth every step. Thank you for spending this time with me in April's Cozy Corner, and I'll see you in the next one.